Hello everyone, myself Shivangi Desai, your instructor for the video series of Data Mining and Business Intelligence. So today's our topic is Introduction to Data Mining. So let's get started. Well, the first thing we need to understand is what is data mining. Data mining is the process of extracting information to identify patterns, trends, and useful data that would allow the business to take the data-driven decisions from huge set of data. In simple words, data mining is defined as a process which is used to extract usable data from a very large set of data. Now this large set of data is maybe raw data. It implies analyzing data patterns in large batches of data using one or more softwares. Data mining is one of the most useful techniques that help entrepreneurs, researchers, and individuals to extract valuable information from huge set of data. Data mining is the practice of automatically searching large stores of data to discover patterns and trends that go beyond simple analysis. Data mining has applications in multiple fields like science and research. As an application of data mining, businesses can learn more about their customers and develop more effective strategies related to the various business functions and in turn leverages the resources in a more optimal and insightful manner. This helps businesses be closer to their objective and make better decisions. Data mining involves effective data collection and warehousing as well as computer processing. Data mining is similar to data science carried out by a person in a specific situation on a particular data set with an objective. This process includes various types of services such as text mining, web mining, audio and video mining, pictorial data mining, and social media mining. It is done through software that is simple or highly specific. Data mining uses sophisticated mathematical algorithms to segment the data and evaluate the probability of future events. Data mining is also known as knowledge discovery in data. In short, we can say KDD. It extracts meaningful and useful information from a large set of raw data. Now let's discuss the motivation for data mining. So here is a list of motivation behind the data mining. Let's start with the marketing and details. In order to create models, marketing companies use data mining. This was based on history to forecast who's going to respond to new marketing campaigns such as direct mail, online marketing, and etc. This means that marketers can sell profitable products to targeted customers. Next is finance and banking. Since data extraction provides information to financial institutions on loans and credit reports, data can determine good or bad credits by creating a model for historic customers. It also helps banks to detect fraud transactions by credit card that protect the owner of a credit card. Next is researchers. Data mining can motivate researchers to accelerate when the method analyzes the data. Therefore, they can work more time on other projects. Shopping behaviors can also be detected using data mining. All the information on these shopping patterns can be found by mining methods. This process also creates an area where all the unexpected shopping patterns are calculated. This data extraction can be beneficial when shopping patterns are identified. Next is determining customer groups. Data mining can be used to respond from marketing campaigns to customers. It also provides information during the identification of customer groups. Some surveys can be used to begin these new customer groups, and this investigation are one of the form of data mining. Let's discuss increases brand loyalty. In marketing campaigns, mining techniques are used. This is to understand their own customers' needs and habits, and from that, customers can also choose their brand's clothes. And that is why you can definitely be self-reliant with the help of these techniques. However, it provides possible information when it comes to decisions. Next is helps in decision making. These data mining techniques are used by people to help them in making some sort of decisions in marketing or in business. Today, with the use of this technology, all information can be determined. Also, using such technology, one can decide precisely what is unknown and unexpected. Next is increase company revenue. Data mining can also help to companies to increase their revenue. And last is to predict future trends. All information factors are part of the working nature of the system. The data mining systems can also be obtained from this. They can help you predict future trends, and with the help of this technology, this is quite possible. And people also adopt behavioral changes. So all these are the motivation behind the use of data mining system in business and retailing. Now let's discuss the kind of data that can be mined. First is flat files. Flat files is defined as data files in text form or binary form with a structure that can be easily extracted by data mining algorithms. Data stored in flat files have no relationship or path among themselves. Like if a relational database is stored on flat file, then there will be no relations between the tables. Flat files are represented by data dictionary. Some of the example of flat files is CSV file or any text file. Next is relational databases. A relational database is defined as the collection of data organized in tables with rows and columns. Physical schema in relational database is a schema which defines the structure of tables. Logical schema in relational database is a schema which defines the relationship among tables. The standard API of relational database is SQL. Next is data warehouse. A data warehouse is defined as the collection of data that are integrated from multiple sources and are used for querying and decision making. There are three types of data warehouses, which are enterprise data warehouse, data mart, and virtual warehouse. All these are already discussed in the previous video. Next is transactional databases. Transactional databases is a collection of data organized by timestamps, date, or etc. to represent transaction in databases. This type of database has the capability to roll back or undo its operation when a transaction is not completed or committed. We can correlate this with the atomicity property of transaction. It is a highly flexible system where users can modify information without changing any sensitive information. It follows ACID property of DBMS. Next is multimedia databases. Multimedia databases consist audio, video, images as well as text media. They can be stored on object-oriented databases. They are used to store complex information in a pre-specified formats. Next is spatial database. Well, spatial database stores geographical information. It stores data in the form of coordinates, topology, lines, polygons, etc. Some of the applications that uses spatial databases are maps, global positioning system, etc. Next is time series database. Time series databases contains stock exchange data and user logged activities. It handles array of numbers indexed by time, date, and etc. It requires real-time analysis. And the last is WWW. Here WWW refers to World Wide Web, which is a collection of documents and resources like audio, video, text, and etc. which are identified by Uniform Resource Locator, or we can say URL, through web browsers, linked by HTML pages and accessible via the internet network. It is the most heterogeneous repository as it collects data from multiple resources. It is dynamic in nature as volume of data is continuously increasing and changing. Some of the applications are online shopping, job search, research, studying, and etc. Now let's discuss the functionality of data mining system. So here is a list of data mining functionality. First one is association. Association is a data mining function that discovers the probability of the co-occurrence of items in a collection. Association rule mining finds interesting associations and relationships among large set of data items. This rule shows how frequently an item set occurs in a transaction. A typical example is market basket analysis. Next is classification. Classification is a data mining function that assigns items in a collection to target category, or we can say target class. The goal of classification is to accurately predict the target class for each case in the data. For example, a classification model could be used to identify loan applicants as low, medium, or high credit risk. Next is regression. Regression is a data mining, or we can say machine learning technique used to fit an equation to a data set. Regression is a data mining function that predicts a number. Profit, sales, mortgage rates, house values, square footage, temperature, or distance could all be predicted using regression techniques. For example, a regression model could be used to predict the value of a house based on location, number of rooms, plot size, and other factors. Next is clustering. Clustering is a group of objects that belongs to the same class. In clustering, a group of different data objects is classified as similar objects. One group means a cluster of data. Datasets are divided into different groups in the cluster analysis, which is based on the similarity of the data. Next is forecasting. Forecasting describes the act of generating predictions of future values or events. Forecasting is the process of making predictions of the future based on past and present data, and most commonly by analysis of trends. A common example might be estimation of some variable of interest at some specified future date. And last is outlier analysis. Analysis of outlier is called outlier analysis. Outliers are extreme values that deviate from other observations on data. They may indicate a variability in the measurement, experimental errors, or a novelty. In other words, an outlier is an observation that diverges from an overall pattern on a sample. That's it for this lecture. Thank you.